Okay, so we are doing a recording of this session, and at the end, we want everybody to have a copy, which we'll throw on our forum, and we can pick it from there. So, as indicated there, my name is Isaac Piri. We're based in Osaka, and it's from here that I'm presenting this revision program to you all around Africa. So we take off with a few items, and please you may refer to the slides that I made available this morning as we now take off. Just a slide which is there, just a brief summary of my profile. Yeah, my name is there. So currently, I work under an institution, an outfit called Zaptak in Osaka, and I'm the managing tutor there. Those are my contact details in case you want to interact after this revision of the session. I've participated on teaching the ACCA program for quite a while. Since 1994 to date, I've played several roles within Zambia, within the region, doing some work with ACCA. And my specialization or my support to ACCA has been via those papers that you see there, the PM paper, the FM paper, APM and the AFM. So basically that's a stream of papers that I've supported ACCA with for quite a number of years. For us to be more productive, we have put that work plan there for ourselves. So that's the work plan that we have, so that we are productive in what we are going to do. So that is the guide for today that you are going to follow. And next weekend, you are going to have a similar guide as well when we interact in the second phase of this revision. Yes, at the end of the day, what we want all of us is to face the exam successfully. We want to face the exam successfully, and that is our exam as it stands today. 150 mark question, and also 2 by 25 mark questions. And we know that the paper is compulsory. Years back, there was a choice in section B, but I doubt if we should still call it section A and B now, because basically the whole paper is compulsory. Maybe we should just make it very simple and say, answer all questions. But of course, we still maintain the tradition of section A and B. And by and large, the exam is computer-based everywhere now. The ACC has given support to enable all of us get ready for this exam. The slide there just tells us the okay, so I'm getting a feedback that there is no sound. Please, could somebody confirm the issue of sound? Could I have a confirmation, please? I have a first feedback that there is no sound. I don't know when this was written. Could somebody just type in and tell me sound is good and clear? Okay, fine. Thank you very much, team, for your feedback. Thank you very much for the feedback. Good. So in terms of the resources which are critical to doing well in the exam, we've got these resources here. I put them in the order of significance, really. And what SCCA is telling us to tell the students. And also what I personally am observing from dealing with my own students. The practice platform, I think, is number one resource that we all need. I think a lot of people get the practice platform a bit late because maybe you want to get the knowledge, understand that. But as even you're getting the knowledge, it's better to put aside a few minutes in it. So you have to go to the practice platform and familiarize yourself with the practice platform. For the students, number of students, including us in Africa, there's been a project by SCCA, okay, where specific study material has been prepared for a region to give us support. And this is including your study hub. I'm a great believer in the study hub, and I always tell students, please use it. It's free material made available by SCCA. So for me, I say, please, let's use the material. I teach on several subjects, but one subject for which I greatly advocate understanding the syllabus, the official syllabus, is APM. APM can be a bit abstract if you have not come up, you have not appreciated the syllabus. The other courses for SCCA, the textbook itself just structures the course. They're naturally structured already. Moving from one area to another is so straightforward. Anyone can recite the key components of syllabus, but sometimes it tends to be a bit difficult with APM. APM sometimes is looked at just as a mass of material, just as a large chunk of material. And that causes a problem because even from the preparation point of view, you can't tell whether you are finished preparing or not. So to me, for this paper, I normally insist or advise that let us have a clear understanding of the components of the syllabus. That will guide in the revision, that will guide even the coverage of the course. And that's what I'll be sharing this morning and late afternoon. The past exam papers are critical, very, very critical. Yeah, they're the ones that tell us the story. There's no way we can do well in the exam without making a reference and making use of the past exam papers. You know, I always like the statement which is made in the examiner's report. The examiner's report has normally carried a statement that it is very clear that the students who practice a lot of past exam papers are the ones who proceeded to do well in the exam. Meaning, even the marker can tell, the person marking your script can actually tell that, wait a minute, this person has benefited from the past exam papers because they have tried to implement what we have suggested in the solutions, in terms of formats and the like. The message then is, at least before the exam, we should have gone through a number of questions, and you must complete the question, start and finish the question papers. The examiner's report says it all. If you want to learn how to do better in the exam, please read the examiner's report. There may be so many, but take the recent ones. Take the recent ones, read through, because that's where the examining team highlights all the problems that were encountered. So all those problems faced are in the examiner's report. it can never be and it never be too late. We prepare for exam, even on the last day, we're still preparing. So the information that we are sharing here about these resources is very, very important. Yeah, very, very important. Let's make sure that we make use of these resources because they are critical to our doing well. They are critical to our success in this exam that we are preparing for. So what approach am I going to take? Or I'll take you around the syllabus, or as the current exam advice goes, that you must navigate around the question paper. When you get the question paper now, you need to navigate around it to see what has come, what is there. Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to do. We navigate around the APM syllabus so that we make sense out of it. And even as we continue preparing for exam, we can have a structured approach. Then of course, we'll do some coursework, and you appreciate that on the program like this one, within the time that we have, we may not cover each and every concept in detail. That may not be practical. However, as tutors and experienced tutors, we are aware of certain aspects that naturally cause problem for students. There are some concepts where students need help to understand. So we'll zero in on those. There are others where we simply make a reference or point you to where you can go and what you should do. We also want to look at the issue of the question practice. So if you look at our scheme of work there, indeed we have the issue of question practice coming in, isn't it? So that is the way we are going to proceed. There's no secret at all. All of us should know how we proceed. So, success in APM. What can I share from experience? Success in APM. What can I say from experience? What are some of the things? I've seen students who have done well. Some have done very, very well, becoming top students in the region where I am. I've also seen students who have struggled a little bit. I've seen students who have done everything possible and they're still taking the exam. So when I look at the sample students across, what can I share in terms of success? The current exam dispensation, item number one to me, which is important, is to practice and practice on the ACCA platform. Very soon we'll be talking about the critical success factors. What we have here are what I can also call critical success factors. But there's another item which we shall be talking about in a number of questions: ability to fully understand components in equation requirements. This seems to be a big problem, where people do not answer all the components in a question. So you go out of the exam and say, I've done very well, the paper was very manageable. But in the question that you're talking about, there were 3 components that were asked for. You only did 1. And this was a 7-mark question. There were 3 components, you only did 1. Certainly, you can imagine how many marks you get, probably 2 out of 7 only, because the other 2 components are not there. You haven't addressed them. Or the papers that I teach on, this seems to be a problem with APM. We don't get this problem in AFM. No, don't get this problem where a person has missed a component of the question. Normally, it's so very much clear. But in APM, the possibility of a person not answering the question full is very high. And this is what explains where somebody say, how did I fail? How come I didn't make it? Well, it's because you didn't attend to all the parts of the question. What you wrote, you got it. What you wrote, you got it right. That's it. And you got the marks. But what you didn't write, what happens? So I want to see the meaning of this statement. Time management has become a big issue on this paper. And I think on other papers too. Increasingly, you find the people saying, I did the question A, the compulsory question I did, and I only did one from B. From section B, I did one. And sometimes some people have gone to section B and start from there, and indeed it's been a disaster for many. For many that I've chatted with, those who start from section B, they think that you can do A later, it's been a complete disaster. When we are presenting our answers using the computer, good presentation is very critical. And that is why from September 2022, the concept of professional marks, which we find in SBL, is also going to arise here. So the issue of good presentation is something that we'll be talking about too, because sometimes you may have your points, but how do you present them? I always argue that most of us, the knowledge that we have as we go to the exam is adequate. However, the problem is how we present our work. Do you sign post? Do we make the marker see our points? Do you make them stand out, or somebody has to look and look and look? What's the quality? What's the size of your paragraphs? Do you use short paragraphs or you use long paragraphs? So to put all these points together, you know, as an experienced shooter myself and as a trained marker by ACCA, you take a script, you sample it, you go through the script. You can tell that this student is well prepared for this exam because he has tried all the good exam techniques. Sometimes look at the presentation. The presentation itself also says much. The student ran out of time, he wasn't well prepared and all that. So these are some of the tips that we can share on the success on this paper. We come to the main issues now. Remember, I said that I'll take a bit of time to navigate around the syllabus and later on to zero in on some concepts which we believe cause problems. That's the approach we'll take. We'll navigate around the syllabus, and from there, we'll get into some specifics. In terms of recording also, I'll endeavor to keep the recordings shorter so that if possible, we can throw them on the WhatsApp and we can download them from there. So from time to time, I'll be pausing the recording so that it becomes separate. I'll do that now for the first one.